Hi guys, it's Tracy, and I'm back to talk about e.l.f. today. e.l.f. is one of those drugstore brands that I've largely been indifferent to. I've tried a few of their things, and I've just kind of had okay impressions of some of the stuff that I've tried, but a lot of people are really raving about them in blogs and vlogs and reviews, and I've seen they really started expanding their offerings, so I thought, why not? I'll give them a try. I'll see what some of their new stuff out there is like, and I'll kind of share my thoughts with you. First, I wanted to start with some of the stuff that I wasn't really impressed with. And let's start with these little sprays of theirs. I've got the Daily Brush Cleaner and the Makeup Mist Inset. And if you see these in the store, just keep walking. The Makeup Mist Inset comes out so fast and so strong that if you try to put it on after your makeup, I mean, you'll just wash it right off. And it's like, I try to do the X and the T, and it's too strong. I can't even get my arm away far enough for me to spray, and then when I do spray it, it doesn't help my makeup stay on at all. I mean, I've used some other makeup mist and set products, and this just falls flat for me. I'm very oily, and it's just not helpful. The Daily Brush Cleaner does nothing for me. I've sprayed it on my brushes and then cleaned it and then washed it right afterwards just to see how much stuff it gets off, and the answer is nothing. It got absolutely nothing off my brush, so they're about $3 each. Save your money. Some other things that, they're okay products otherwise, but I won't use them, are some of their lip products. I've got their matte lip products, and I've got one of their Beautifully Bare lipsticks in Touch of Berry, and then their standard $1 lipstick. I did not read the ingredients before I bought these online, and they're formulated with parabens, so I won't use them. I'm not going to get on a soapbox about it or deliver some long diatribe or anything, but I try to avoid parabens. These are made with parabens, and so this is money I will never see back because I bought them on the e.l.f. website, and they don't allow for returns for people who weren't paying attention, or if you're dissatisfied with the product. So lesson learned, my bad. Not all of their stuff has parabens. The rest of the stuff I'm going to talk about don't. Just, if you're concerned, read the labels. That's all I have to say about that. This e.l.f. eyelining pen, I can't remember what it's called right now, but it's a felt tip liquid eyeliner kind of pen, and the color is very black, very clear, doesn't smudge, dries pretty fast, doesn't flake, and I would otherwise love it, except for the fact that, I don't know if you can really see this, but the tip has gone a little floppy on me here, so if I try to do a winged eyeliner look, you see how it doesn't come to a point there? It's because the tip is no longer sharp, it's just kind of flopped over, and I can still use it, but it takes me a lot longer, and I don't always have a lot of time, so I'm just kind of frustrated with this. I might take a pair of scissors and try to trim that part off and see if I can salvage it at all. So, not great. What else? I'm going to categorize the HD lifting concealers as good, not great. I'm wearing light under my eyes right now to cover up my eye circles. The coverage is too light to wear it on its own. I end up having to wear another eye brightening product underneath. So, points off, but I really haven't found a concealer that I can wear on its own to cover my under eye circles anyway, but the reason I'm categorizing it as okay and not great is because the colors are so wildly off. Usually I'm a medium in concealers, and I have the medium here, and it doesn't really look like it, but the medium is too dark. And usually, for me, medium concealers are way too light. So the fact that this medium concealer is way too dark and I have to use light can kind of give you an idea of how insanely dark these are. And I've read in reviews that people with really fair skin, these just don't work because they're too dark. So it's just something to keep in mind. If you're kind of medium to tan like me, you're going to end up needing the light because the medium is too dark. I will continue to use these up, but I probably would not buy them again. Another product that is okay are a couple of their brushes. I actually have a lot of the e.l.f. brushes, and I love their face brushes. The contour brush is probably my favorite, and then I use the small tapered brush to apply my highlights, and I'm really happy with the face brushes, but two of the brushes I have that I just don't care for are these eyeshadow brushes. I don't remember if they're the crease brush or the blending brush, but either way, they're very dense and short, so they almost are hard to work with because of that. You know, sometimes you need a little bit of a longer bristle to get in there and blend really easily. And then with this guy, I don't know what it is, but maybe it's the type of fibers they use, but you know, when I'm getting it in there in my crease, it hurts a little bit. It's like the fibers are poking me in my eyelid. So I do like the brushes, just don't love these two. The e.l.f. eyeshadow primer. I like this. It's got a... okay. It's got a lid that pops off. It's got a doe foot applicator, which I normally would really like if the lid just didn't pop off on me. It does... I'm very frustrated. Okay. Collect myself. Okay. I like it because it doesn't crease. You know, it helps preventing my eye makeup from creasing, but it doesn't help my makeup last any longer. I noticed if I use it with certain eyeshadows, my crease makeup tends to start traveling up to my eyebrow. I don't know how that happens or why it happens, but it tends to happen with me with this one. So if you're oily or sweaty, or you're in an environment where it's very hot, you may want to use a different primer, because this one might help your makeup travel to other regions of your face. Okay, let's move on to stuff that I do like. I'm going to start with their mascaras. At first I didn't like these. I wasn't impressed, and you know, I thought, oh, they really don't provide enough drama for me. I have the mineral infused mascara, and I have the waterproof lengthening and volumizing mascara. And the more I use these, the more they've really grown on me. The mineral infused mascara's got the silicone brush, which I actually really like a lot, and it's very buildable. You can actually put a couple coats on and it won't clump on you too badly. So I really like it, and it doesn't smudge, it doesn't flake off. And you know, usually with a lot of mascaras, especially if I'm trying to stick to the kinds that are, you know, put out by companies that don't test on animals, they tend to really smudge badly. So I'll get, you know, raccoon eyes by like lunchtime. And this doesn't do that, and so I'm really pleased with that. And with the waterproof mascara, I was wearing it yesterday, and it's got kind of like a swirly twirly kind of brush. I like it. It's the old-fashioned mascara bristles. It's not a silicone brush. And I wore it yesterday, and then we took a dip in the pool, and just out of curiosity, I stuck my face in the pool to see what would happen while I was wearing the mascara, and it didn't run. So I went from just meh on these mascaras to really liking them a lot. They don't give you huge drama, you know, especially on the first application, but they are good, they're buildable, they can be very natural looking if that's what you're into, and they don't move. And you know, sometimes it's more important to me that my mascara is not on my cheeks than for my eyelashes to have huge big drama. So I do like these. They have grown on me, and I think I reach for these more than any of my other mascaras right now. Something else I really love is the cooling eye roller. It's supposed to help with puffy eyes and fine lines and wrinkles, and I don't know if it's really working for that, but it's so cooling. I put it on my eyelids and under my eyes first thing in the morning when I'm getting ready, and I don't even need to put it in the refrigerator. It's already cooling on its own, and I just love it. I love the feeling. It's very, you know, first thing in the morning, especially here in hot Florida where it's 80 degrees at 6 o'clock in the morning. This is just fantastic. I don't know if it works. I don't know if it's effective, but I just like it. I like the way it feels. I always want to have a tube of this to just cool my eyes off in the morning as I'm getting ready. The lip exfoliator, I really enjoy this product. I didn't know if I would. I honestly don't use it every day because I pretty much forget most mornings, but when I do use it, I just kind of go over my lips for like 10 seconds and it really takes the rough edges off. I like it. It's easy to use, and if this runs out, I will definitely get another one. I've got the regular one. They've also got mint and cherry flavors, so I will probably be going, you know, all across the rainbow with these guys, trying all the flavors and just seeing what the other ones are like. I also have their lip lacquer. This does not have parabens, in case you were wondering, so I think that's probably why I feel okay with liking it. I got it in purple, and it's not a bright, shocking purple like it looks in the tube. On me, it's just a very wearable, dark, berryish kind of color, but perhaps it's because of my skin tone and my lips are already naturally pretty dark. So for me, this is really perfect. It's sold out online a lot, and that's because this color is awesome. It looks really good. I've seen it on, you know, other skin tones, and it looks very flattering. So this will be one that I will keep in the rotation. If this runs out and I see it in the stores, I will definitely grab another one. Really enjoy this lip lacquer. It's not too heavy, it's not too tacky, it's got a nice little doe foot applicator, and I have nothing but good things to say about the lip lacquer. Really enjoy it. Okay, I also have the e.l.f. Mad for Matte palette. This is one of their pricier items at $10. Big spender. It's got a big mirror, which is always good, and it's just a range of matte colors. Excuse me. I have been using this a lot. It's got warm tones, it's got two cool tones. I think personally for me, it's a little too dark to create, you know, good daytime looks. I usually use it in conjunction with other colors. And I'm just going to show you, I don't really use the lightest two colors because I'm just going to swatch them out for you. They're both just powdery white on me, and I don't like to use that for my lid color. But then when you go to the next two shades, the brown and the peachy kind of colors, I just think for me these are a little, I know it doesn't seem like it, but they look kind of dark when you get them on the lids, so it ends up being kind of a very dark look if you try to just use this palette. I use it for a lot of smoky eye looks. I use it in conjunction with other like eyeshadow singles. You know, it's really great mixing with some of the brighter, more colorful things, you know, to kind of tone it down and make it more work appropriate. The colors are very soft. The quality is really good. They're very blendable. I'm really happy with this palette. Again, it's not one that I think could really stand on its own, but I do like to have it in my arsenal for other palettes that might just be missing that good, deep, rich color to really complete a nice smoky eye look or whatever it is you're looking for. So I'm really happy with this. Glad I have it. You know, I'm a little curious to try some of the other eyeshadows they have out there because I just am so happy with this guy. Okay, let's talk about e.l.f. baby. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. The contour palette, I shouldn't do it. I mean, this also has a large mirror. I love the packaging. I hated this palette at first, I really did. But then I got some brushes that were actually good quality brushes, and then I started liking it. The contour shade is a dark, cool brown. I don't know if you can kind of see it. I used it on my face. I just used it right here to kind of give a very natural shadow. And that's the key for this palette. It creates a very natural contour, which I like. The bronzy shade, I have it just over the contour just to kind of fill in the rest of the shadow, you know, really thin that face out. I like it. I don't know. When I look at it, it seems to skew a little orangey. I'm a little orangey, so it's fine for me, but I don't know how well this would work on cool skin tones. I'm honestly just not sure. Just saying it looks kind of orange. And then we've got this highlighter color here. It's a cream colored highlighter and brightener, but it's kind of dark for what it's supposed to be. I used it under my eyes and I just don't think it's got enough to be a really good brightening powder. You know, maybe if it were just a little lighter or a little more yellow or peachy or something, you know, not just this cream powder. And then the highlighter is just kind of a powdery white kind of a highlighter. I've got it on my cheeks. It creates a very subtle glow, which I like. I mean, it's great for weekends. It's great for when I'm not looking for the, you know, seen from outer space highlights, which I do like every once in a while, but you know, this is really good to tone it down and wear at work. I like it a lot. I am happy with it now that I've really played around with it a lot. So I do recommend it. You know, there's a lot of contour palettes out there, but for me, if it gets the job done, it's good enough. This gets the job done. Good enough. I like it. There are two palettes that I have that I actually really love to the point of like freaking out about it are their blush palettes. I have the dark and the light palettes, and what I ended up doing, because you can pop the little colors out, and so what I ended up doing, I actually popped the colors out and created customizable palettes. So instead of light and dark, I created a warm and a cool. But if you wanted to know which shades go with which, the two inner shades are what you get with the light palette, and then the two outer shades are the dark palette. Now that I've customized it and made my cool and my warm palette, I tend to use the warmer colors more. I think they're more flattering on my skin tone. But every once in a while, I do like to whip out these pinks. They create just a beautiful flush, and I like the way it looks. And with these two darker colors on the outside, these are both from the dark palette, and they kind of remind me of the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. They've got like a reddish color and a burgundy color, and these really are so similar to me, to those colors. I mean, similar enough that I use them as eyeshadows. I like them. I've got this reddish one on my lids right now, and then I kind of just smoked it out with the Mad for Matte palette. I like it. I love these palettes. They're so intensely pigmented. They're so pigmented that the only way I've been able to successfully apply it is to take my stippling brush and just kind of dot it in the color and then apply in gentle circular motions. And if you're heavy-handed like I am, you know, dot, swirl, you're gonna be all right. So these, I absolutely love their blush palettes. I think of everything that I've tried, these I just love so much. I'm glad I have both palettes. I use all the colors. Happy girl. Okay, the last item I'm going to talk about is my favorite all-time favorite e.l.f. product, and it is their Expert Liquid Eyeliner. It's the kind that's in the little, you know, long triangular packaging. It's got a brush applicator, and there's something about the handle and the length of the brush. I have the easiest time applying this liquid eyeliner. Even before I caring about e.l.f., I had this eyeliner. I will always have, you know, a little bottle of this in my stash. It's great. It doesn't smudge. It's easy for me to apply. And sorry, I've got a little friend flying around above me. Great. Florida. It's awesome. Anyway, this eyeliner is really good. It lasts. It doesn't smudge. I am very pleased with it. I guess for me, I would call it my holy grail liquid eyeliner, because that is just how much I love this stuff. I have it in the midnight blue and the brown and the black because it's inexpensive, it's great, and I love it. Okay, that was me. That was e.l.f. That was me talking about e.l.f. I hope you liked it. I hope it was helpful, and I really hope to see you guys again and hope that you all have a great day.